Here's a brutally honest truth for you. Blood doesn't always buy respect. You ever sit at a table with your own family and feel like you don't even know them anymore? Yeah, I mean, same last name, maybe even the same eyes, but the way they treat you and the way that they look at you, it's like you're just another stranger to them. And love, loyalty, and sacrifice, they don't mean shit if you're invisible. And then it dawns on you. Sometimes family just isn't family anymore. And I'm old enough to remember when being part of a family meant something. Your last name carried weight. It was a source of pride. And in those days, if somebody messed with your family, well, they had to deal with you too. And if one of your relatives, man, was struggling, you were just there for them. You help them out however you could. That's just how it was with family. Or at least that's how it used to be. But nowadays, it's almost as if blood doesn't mean shit anymore. Brothers not speaking to brothers, walking right past each other on the street. Fathers and sons who can't stand to be in the same room with each other. And then you even got blood relatives who'd rather see you fail than to help you out. I don't know, the way I was raised, family always came first. No matter what, family first. Remember, blood's thicker than water, right? I always believed that family just would come through for you, man, and be there for you when you needed them. But it's not always true. I can remember a time in my life when I think I was at my lowest. And it was at that time I needed my family the most. So I went outside my norm and did something I wouldn't normally do. I ate my pride and I reached out to them. And I waited. And I waited. And I waited. And all I got back in return was nothing. Crickets, silence. And it was at that point I realized my family didn't give a shit about me or my situation. So I took the hint. I did likewise. I stopped caring and I stopped calling. And I basically said, fuck them too. Now you expect betrayal to come from strangers. But what about when it comes from within and it's your own blood that betrays you? People, and I can tell you from experience, that kind of betrayal, that cuts a man deeper than anything else. Because it's not just confusion, it's rejection. And let's be brutally honest here, fellas, since we're sitting around here talking as men. We've all had that one aha moment where shit gets real crystal clear to you. Reality is, strangers sometimes respect you more than your own blood does. And I'm pretty sure every man watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe it's your brother or your father or hell, it could be your own son. But the thing about disloyalty is it makes you start to question everything around you. And it makes you start to wonder, was I ever really respected and loved, or was I just being used? And hell, since we're on this subject, here's a little bit more hard truth for you guys to chew on. Blood might tie you together, but it sure as hell doesn't guarantee loyalty or respect. Because when it comes right down to it, to be family, person doesn't have to share the same DNA as you. Real family to me is whoever shows up for you whenever it counts. That person that you can count on no matter what. And for those who don't do that, blood or otherwise, they're not family then. They're simply acquaintances, nothing more and nothing less. And let's not kid ourselves, people. If your own blood doesn't respect you, Why keep crawling back to that table? Quit begging for scraps from people who've already shown you what you mean to them. Remember, respect is earned even in your own home, and you don't get a pass just because of your last name. And if they won't see you, they won't respect you. And if they won't respect you, stop calling them family. So knowing all this, you have a decision to make. Do you keep letting them treat you like a doormat, or do you stand up as a man and draw that line? I just remember sitting alone hurt, thinking about all the people in my life who swore they'd have my back. We got your back. I'm there for you. Call me if you need me. That kind of shit. But when it came right down to it, they didn't. Not a single one of them. And then also think about all the times, man, I had to swallow my pride and bend over backwards to try to keep the peace and hold the family together. And for what? More silence, more disrespect, more disappointment, more disloyalty. The reality of life is this. Sometimes the very people that you lay your life down for, hell, they wouldn't even cross the street for you. And people, that's a bitter pill to swallow. But once you do, you start to see things a whole lot clearer. Because you know exactly where you stand with people. And once you know that, oh yeah, you can start to behave and move differently. You stop begging and waiting and believing. And you stop letting that word family chain you to people who don't treat you like you are. Because I say it again, people, real family, they don't turn their back on you when you need them the most. And they don't just magically up and disappear when you're down and out. And they sure as hell don't laugh if you stumble and fall. I've learned throughout my life with real family, that's whoever decides to stand with you, man, shoulder to shoulder through the storm. And surprisingly, more often than not, it's the men who aren't even related to you that'll show up and go harder for you than the ones that share your blood. And I'm pretty sure that somebody out there right now knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then you got family, man. Dear old family. You know the ones. The relatives only call when they need or want something, or that brother who never had your back throughout your whole life but always has something negative to say. Or hell, maybe it's your own son. You know, the one who you bent over backwards for and sacrificed so much for, and now he treats you like you're invisible. And being ignored by your own blood, that hurts far worse than being disliked by a stranger. So you're probably sitting there right now wondering to yourself, do I continue to hold on to this, or should I just cut it off and let it go? Can't make that decision for you, fella. But here's my advice to you. Stop confusing relative with family. And stop thinking that just because you share the same DNA as someone, that's somehow an excuse for being disrespected. Because if a man won't stand with you and he won't try to respect you, then he doesn't deserve the title of family anymore. And to me, it's as simple as that. And once you make that decision, you stop giving your loyalty to people who haven't earned it. And you stop wasting energy on ghosts and old memories. And instead, you start building, but this time with the family that's really there for you. And no, listen, make no mistake, I'm not telling you to hate anybody. I don't believe in hate. And I'm not telling you to go out there and burn a bunch of bridges that you may need to cross later. But what I am telling you is this. Open your damn eyes and see it for what it really is. Because the moment you stop pretending and lying to yourself, that's the moment all that weight gets lifted off your shoulders. And you come to a new realization. You stop being shocked by their silence and getting your feelings hurt by their betrayals. And you end up so much stronger and more focused in the end. So you ask me, where do I stand on all this? I don't know. I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations in my lifetime. And through them all, yeah, I was lucky enough to find out exactly who I am and who my real family is. And it's not always blood. It's about loyalty and respect. It's about being there for one another, always. And accepting anything less than that, nah, that's a no-go for me. Because I refuse to let a bunch of relatives change who I am again. So if you're sitting out there and you've been listening to this and some shit's on your mind or you're feeling some kind of way about it, good. Let it sink in. But don't continue to just sit there pretending like everything is fine. Stand up, be a man, and draw that line. And when you draw it, be willing to stand on it. Call it what it is. Because at the end of the day, the title of family isn't given to just anyone. It has to be earned and proven, just like anything else in life. And if a person is not willing to try to prove it, then the choice has already been made for you. It's time to move on. Now, let me ask you this. Who in your family right now has something to prove? Drop it down in the comments and let's talk about it. Because sometimes it's just good to know you're not the only one going through something and that you're not alone. But hey, at any rate, take care of yourself and each other. I'm Unc. I'll see you guys in the next one.